Ladies, welcome to the 28-day shred. This is focused on losing some fat, and you will see the difference. Anybody that has done this before, and I've been doing it since 2020, has typically lost 4 kilos. And this time I've added in some strength workouts, which is to focus on building muscle. There's going to be daily movements. I'm going to talk about calories and nutrition, and we're going to do the mindset work. So in your little guide, we've got the legal stuff, which is just standard, a little bit about me. And then on page 4, it's how the 28-day shred works. So you've got the meal plan, and I'm going to go through the meal plan once we get to that page. There's the page on the workouts, and there will be links to each exercise, and you've got the option of doing it in the gym or at home. If you can get hold of some dumbbells or bands, that will be great, but body weight will be an option too. And with the movement and mindset, all I want you to think about is 10 minutes a day for you, where we can focus on you, how you feel, how your day's been, anything that's kind of pissed you off or that's been playing on your mind, any concerns that you might have because you're struggling in life, because life does get us all. And movement, because moving every day should be something we all do. We sit far too long, and walking is your best form of movement alongside stretching. So those are the main things that are going to help you get the results. And then we've got the WhatsApp group, just as extra support. I'm there holding accountable. I'm also going to be taking part, and it's just a little bit of support online where we can ask questions, delve into what we're really finding hard at the moment, and just getting some motivation from other women that are taking part too. On page 5, so there's a couple of pages about why diets keep failing. And it's never about willpower. These are things, willpower and motivation is something that's always going to fade. We'll have motivation at the start, but we need to keep doing things to stay motivated. A lot of people think willpower is going to get them through to something, and then on the flip side of that is the belief that you fail if you can't stick to something. And the difficulty is most of our eating habits were formed when we were little or going through a really stressful period in life, and we ended up discovering that food made us feel really good. And it just became a way that got us through the shit stuff. Some people turn to smoking, others alcohol. So I want you to use this guide, and we'll delve through 5 different areas around why diets keep failing, what cravings are, and what you need to do instead of just trying to fight them. There'll be a section about emotional eating and the triggers that you're probably not aware of. Then there's a little section about beliefs and something that makes us fight against ourselves. And in the psychology world, it's referred to as cognitive dissonance. And these are basically things that are holding you back and you can't move past them. And then movement as medicine. And it's not about burning calories or beasting yourself. It's just about giving your body what it needs and what it does to keep moving for the rest of your life. Page 6, again, read this in your own time, and then if you've got any questions, you just pop them in the group or WhatsApp me privately and we'll go through it. So we've got sections about what to do when the cravings hit, why you eat when you're not hungry, and understanding emotional eating and the patterns that are often behind it, and what may trigger you to want to grab the chocolate or eat the packet of biscuits. A couple of things to do on page 9, which will maybe help when you get the urge to just snack on something when you're sat in front of the TV or you're stressed out. Then on page 10, you've got the beliefs that are keeping you fat. So again, the things that you believe that keep you doing the same things, i.e. the self-sabotage, why it always goes round in this vicious cycle of doing a diet, going back to normal, or believing that you've got to burn off exercise, or telling yourself that eating healthy is expensive. All those little things we're just exploring that in a short amount of detail. Then we've got moving more without the gym guilt. So in this 28-day shred, I've set 3 workouts a week. I do not want you working out any more than that. A lot of women and men believe that you need to work out more in order to get the results that you want. That is not true, and I learned that the hard way. Often it is about working effectively and putting in the right intensity in order to get the goals that you want. Then resting is the third one, making sure you get enough sleep, and then fueling your body with good food. So there's a section on that on page 12 and 13, and then page 14 we come to your meal plan. So there's 3 meal plans, and the first one is going to be if your weight is between 45 to 68 kilos. The second meal plan is one that you will choose if your weight is between 68 and 91 kilos. And the last one is if you are over 91 kilos. So each meal plan is in the little guide, and at the top on the right hand side you'll see a section that says weight with the weight range in there. Now how it's going to work is you have got a list of proteins in the blue section, a list of fats, and then a list of carbs, and then in the veggies you've got any veggies and any fruit. You'll also see next to it the serving size. So for protein it is the size of your palm. Fat is the tip of your thumb. Carbs is usually a fist size, and veggies is normally a fist, but you can also do open hand. So I like you to fill up your plate. And then underneath that, you will see what looks like a plate, or it should be looking like a plate. And it's sectioned off into carbs. So you've got the orange that matches the orange for the carbs, blue for the protein, and then green for any fruits and veggies. When you see the orange, that will be for fat. So for the 91 kilo plus one, you would have one serving of something from the protein list. So it could be 6 eggs. 6 eggs, I know, right? Any fruits and veggies. So you could go with some peppers, mushrooms, spinach. Throw that in there, and then some carbs. So you would have a serving of carbs. So for that one, you could have 3 slices of soda bread. That would be meal 1. Then you can have a snack if you're hungry before you have your lunch, and then you've got dinner. And for this one, it would be a serving of fats and then your protein. Underneath, it's got a little bit of a description. So 1 equals a whole portion from the list, 0.5 equals a half portion. And then there's supplements that I do kind of suggest women take, but it's not essential. Anything that is not on the list, you do not need to waste your money on. So go through the meal plan, and then on the second page, you will have a shopping list which should last a week. And again, you could plan out your meal choices. So this is the option for people that want that structure, want to make it easy and just follow what's on the list. You don't have to buy everything on there. Buy what you prefer, what you enjoy eating, and then we'll create the meals around that. Now, if you skip forward to page 21, you don't have to weigh out the food. You can just use your hands as a serving size guide. And it is an easier method. We are not going to overeat if we stick to weighing things out or use our hands as a guide. So refer to that one. Get familiar with the shopping list. For any of you like me that just prefer to buy pre-made meals, use those and stick to them. All I'll ask you to check is the calorie amount in them to make sure it aligns with what your daily allowance should be. I will be giving you your daily allowance, so I want you to message me with your starting weight. and we will go from there. You can do that privately. I don't expect everybody to be sharing their weight inside the group. But please do message me so I can at least tell you what I want you to start tracking and sticking to. That is really important because then we have an actual set piece of information that we can work from and then adjust from. On the last page, it is the workouts. So we've got gym workouts, 3 sessions. These are to be done inside a gym or a home gym, and I will be adding the links to it. Just so you can see what a bench press is, lat pull down, lat raises, bicep curls, overhead tricep press. I'm going to go through each of these and I'm going to do an exercise like I did in the Booty Bible so you understand what I want you to think about when you do a bench press. And again, you can sub these out. So if you like using the machines and there's a seated chest press, you can use that one. In session 2, there is back squats, but if you don't like doing back squat, you can do the leg press. So I want you to look through these and let me know what you do or do not have access to. And then for the homework, I will also go through each of these so you know what you're doing. And again, they're with bands or with dumbbells. Doesn't matter all about the weight of the dumbbell. I will make it challenging and we're just doing what we can. Right, it's time to shred some fat. This is just a plan, and I do not expect you to live by it forever. It's just a useful diet to get some quick results and put in some place some healthier habits for long-term change. The thing that is going to make you change the most is your beliefs and your thinking around what you do and how you respond to stressful situations. So, see me in the group. If you've got any questions, let me know.